Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good. I'm back with a review of makeup brushes. I was provided these makeup brushes by Bdellium tools for review purposes. So these are the brushes. So I have 3 face brush, 3 eyeshadow brush and 1 lip brush. So let me go ahead and show you the brushes and also their purposes. So the first one is the 948 foundation brush. I really like this brush because you can use it to apply foundation, liquid foundation, cream foundation, and also use it as a concealer brush. Why? Because it has a tapered tip, so you can really go in where you want to conceal your imperfections, around the nose, around under the eye, and you can also use this brush to apply a base on your eyes as well. And I would also recommend using this brush to apply cream blushes. Okay, next is the 964 blusher brush. As it explains in the name, it's a blusher brush. However, I will use it as a powder brush as well, and to apply highlight color, no problem. It's a very nice blusher brush because it's really soft. I don't know if you have used any other makeup brushes, especially the cheap ones. They tend to be very rough or prickly after a while. After a few washes, they tend to lose some moisture in them, you know, the softness in them. So you tend to scratch your skin. So this brush, I've washed this like 3 times already and it's still soft. Okay. Next is the contour brush, and this is the 942 contour brush. I'm sorry it's a bit dirty because I've just used this brush for a tutorial. I really like this brush because it's small. It's not like the other contour brush that I have, which is a bit more dense, whereas the Bdellium tools contour brush is not. So this way you know where you are placing your color, especially for those of us who don't really have much of contour line. When you do your fish face, this is just nice for the brush to sit in where you want the color to be. You see what I mean? So I really like this brush. Not only will I use it as a contour brush, I would also use it to apply my cheek color and my highlight as well. Now moving on to the eye brushes. The first one in line is the 777 eyeshadow brush. It's a very dense brush. I don't have any brush that I can compare it with. However, I really like this brush because it's a good eyeshadow brush where it can pick up loose shadows quite well. I've used this with the 120 eyeshadow pro palette. I don't know if for those of you who have used it, you would understand how chalky and powdery it can be. This brush really handled it quite well. Picked up the color, I had very minimum fallout. Even though I've used the back of my hand to get rid of most of the fallouts. However, when I applied it on, it didn't. It held the shadows quite well. So next is the 785 tapered blending brush. As it explains, it's a blender brush. I've used it for my crease, to blend my crease and also to apply highlight shade. I would also use this brush to apply concealer under my eyes to give an airbrush effect. I really like this because it's not fluffed up. It has a nice tapered point. So this way you know where you're placing your color and it will go where you want the color to be. The next one is the 763 small angle brush. I've used this to fill in my eyebrow color. I would totally recommend this brush if you are someone who uses cream or eyeshadow to fill in your eyebrows, because it really picks up the color very well because it has got a bit of a thick tip. However, I will not use this brush to line my eyes, as I said, because of the thickness of the brush, because it may not give a nice wing, thin wing line, or in fact even a thin line. but this would be a great lip pencil as well, because you can define where you want your cupid's bow and how defined you want your lipstick to be. And the last one is a lip brush, which is called the 540 Precision Liner. I really like this because I just used it for a tutorial. I used this brush to apply my lipstick, and it was really easy to apply using this brush. It did not, some lip brushes, they tend to fray and then you get lipstick everywhere other than where you want it to be. This brush is really a precision liner brush. However, I would also use this brush to apply concealer, spot concealing where you have small blemishes and you can't use this foundation brush to conceal because it's just too big. So I think I would also use this precision liner brush for spot concealing. So now, how I feel about these brushes, I absolutely love them. I would totally recommend it to anyone who is beginning makeup, who needs brushes in their kit, instead of buying separate brushes here and there, buy these brushes if you want, because it's not very expensive. You can get it from their website. I will put their link on the comment box. All you have to do is to click on the shop and then it will redirect you to Amazon.com. That's where they are actually selling the brushes. There's also many on Amazon.com. There's also many reviews on these brushes, so I'm not the only one who enjoys these brushes, so you can read and see it for yourself. So the other thing that I really like about these brushes is that, based on what the company says, is that it's antibacterial makeup brushes, and they have this special technology technology that they've used to coat the special coating on the brush, where it will prevent bacteria from growing. I don't know, I can't prove this because I don't have that kind of resources here to prove to you whether that's so or not. However, I'll take the word of the company, because I don't think so a company would say something like that and get away with it. So other than that, I absolutely love the fact that they have sets where you can cover your whole face. That means to say, with these 7 brushes you can actually complete a good entire look, and that's what I've done for my face. And I've used this for the past close to 4 weeks now, and I've washed them like 3 times. And when I say wash, it's deep cleaning, as in soaking the brushes in baby shampoo and then washing them under the running tap. And I really like them because, firstly, none of the brushes shed. Secondly, none of the brushes have got bleeding problem. What I mean by bleeding problem is basically, some brushes have got this dye on them, on the bristles. So when you wash them, usually the dye tends to, bleed, and that can be quite annoying. And just imagine if you have staining when you wash, you have staining and bleeding. Imagine when you apply the color on your cheeks, you're going to have some of the dye on your cheeks. And these brushes don't have that problem. And moreover, they tend to keep their shape even after washing. I don't know if you know, with the Sigma brush, I have a problem with this contour brush, the SS168. Somehow, even though I use tissue or my own device, brush cut, I still have this fluffing up problem. So I didn't have that problem with the contour brush at all, and it still retained its shape, it's not fluffed up like crazy. It's a very good brush. So I'm not going to say more because I'm just going to repeat the same thing. It's a very good brush. You have to try, give it a try, let me know what you think, and I'll put all the links, the info of this company in the comment box. So take care, you guys, and I'll see you guys real soon with another review. Bye.